When we started this conversation, we were talking about prescribed form. And you can see that 34C subsection D does not make any mention of the prescribed form. You will remember that when we talked about the other section 39 that the court found unconstitutional, the court cited reasons of lack of the prescribed forms. So, which tabulated results are you talking about? The ones in a piece of paper written somewhere, the ones where the Form 34 is. And the law has to be specific, Eli, and others listening here, for purposes of predictability. So that when we're talking about tabulated results, is it tabulated results in 34A, in 34B, or 34C? Is it tabulated results? In what form are they tabulated? How do I know that these are the correct results? How do these results differ from just a number written somewhere by whoever telling you declare this and then say that this was actually the will of the people from Mariakani school? Again, for me, it is clouded in a lack of transparency, and dare I say electoral malpractices and manipulation of the will of the people. That at the end of the day, someone wants to subjugate the law to fit their own purpose and to fit their own ends. Like we said, people have invested heavily in elections, and this is now just public knowledge that people save up and steal and loot to make sure that they win elections at the end of that they can be able to they have the financial muscle. So if that financial muscle is, in addition to that financial muscle, are laws that are not protecting the citizens, are laws that are not shielding the electoral system, are laws that are not holding the IEBC to account, then I cannot say that the election held at the end of the day is going to be transparent or a reflection of the will of the people. What else was here that really that the commission shall. Now let us talk about public information, because when we talk about live streaming, it is all about public information and transparency and openness. The commission shall, to facilitate public information, allow a candidate and their agent and observers and any other person authorized access to a polling station or tallying center to record, document the tallying and announcement and declaration of results. In absence of a situation where the IEBC is mandated to televise results as they come in, it tells you that the primary source results are preserved for just a few people, which is the presiding officer, the deputy presiding officer, polling clerks, the party would I call them party clerks or party officials, and a few other authorized people. So only a very few people in an entire polling station or in an entire constituency or in an entire nation get to actually see what the real results were. And I say real results were because, like we have seen, there is no mandate to have the results in a prescribed form. There is no mandate to publicize this information. It is up until later when you can, transmit these results in an electronic format well after you have already declared. So who is to say that what you declared was actually the truth? Again, there were no independent or neutral set of eyes. The eyes of the public were not there for them to see that what you announced was actually what was it is actually what transpired or what the results were at the polling level. So once again, for me, I cannot say that it is going to be transparent. I think you have heard of something people used to call kulinda kura, where you vote, but you will hang around the premises of the voting premises, which now becomes a counting center once 5 p.m. has already reached. So people will hang around that counting center because at the end of the day, the IEBC is not giving us these results. Nobody knows what these results were. So what option does the public have except kukaa hapo kulinda kura yao, kwa sababu nobody has the interest of the citizens at heart. Now, to be clear, this is not me inciting anybody alinde kura, again, because we know how that goes, that there's a lot of violence that comes out of polling centers where watu wanalinda kura, because one small difference and then it becomes an entire, it becomes very violent. That is not what I am saying, but I am asking, what option do citizens have except to preserve waende wakalinde kura yao, to make sure that if I gave candidate X the vote, I do not want to hear that another candidate won, because we know for a fact that those results may have as well been tampered with. What option do citizens have except that one option? Kaeni hapo mlinde kura yenu, because nobody else seems to care about the will of the people. Nobody else seems to care that these results are not going to be transparent. Nobody else seems to care that these results are not open. They're not democratic. They're not accountable, that this process is not uniform. What option do the citizens have? So, Eli, those are the specific amendments that for me were a glaring inconsistency with what the constitutional standard is. And just doing away again with televising of results, it is a major drawback for the electoral process, and this bill cannot and should not pass. Thank you, Eli.